personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid them back and told them it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory.
Now they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a first down throw, Fields. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake, rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm... Touchdown! His 11th touchdown of the year, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the counter, here's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return here is stopped at the 30-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Busts through the tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Fields on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah McKenzie. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bills 14, Jets 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Powerful running. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 24. The Bills on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A first down throw for Mayfield. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Bring it! And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And that is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Play action. It's Fields. Trying to lay one up deep. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On fourth down, Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing, Mayfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Again, McCaffrey pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try it now with Swift, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Fields throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We got 4. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
51. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Mayfield. A quick slant to Hill. They, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On play action, Fields. Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Mayfield on play action. Forced out to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is caught inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
There he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Under 10, 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie.
Complete to Isaiah McKenzie. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 38-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Fields now to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Meanwhile, Fields throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th down, Fields. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Run. Sponge, no.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that...
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Darrell Taylor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the main field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that is incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's going to let it fly, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 42, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hurry! Hold. Regular. Mike 50.
Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lambo on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Who that? Watch the safety creep. Run. Hurry! Shit. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two